Hey guys, welcome to my home. To kick off this series of Tony's Tips, we're going to be talking about smoke detectors. We're going to be talking about the different types, where to place these smoke detectors, and how often you should service them. Stay tuned for another tip on how you can protect your family. Alright, most of you guys should have smoke detectors in your house. But if you don't, you're the ones I want to talk to. Smoke detectors are very inexpensive. You can buy them at most box stores. The most basic of the smoke detectors is the battery operated. They just take a 9-volt battery. Batteries usually come with them, so you don't even have to worry about buying batteries separate from the smoke detector. Now, if you're like me and you don't like to change batteries, they do offer a lithium battery operated smoke detector. The neat thing about these is you do not have to change these batteries for 10 years. You can actually write a date here right on the back, and that tells you when you initially installed the smoke detector, and you don't have to worry about it for 10 years. It does allow you to test them on a regular basis as well. Now, if you have gas in your house, natural gas, you may be operating your stove or your hot water tank or a furnace. It's very important that you have carbon monoxide testers as well. Once again, there are basic setup on carbon monoxide testers as well as more advanced, depending on what you're looking for. I have a couple here just to demonstrate and show you of what you could do. This is a carbon monoxide alarm that you actually can plug into an outlet, okay? And you never really have to worry about this unless the power goes out. Now, if the power goes out, that's another issue, because then once again, you have this setup, which is an intelligent alarm. It operates as a combination smoke detector and carbon monoxide. These typically are hardwired into your home as well as battery powered as well. So if your power does go out, and you have these hardwired, most of these have a battery backup as well that does need to be changed on a regular basis. And we will be discussing that here shortly. I want to talk to you now about smoke detector placement. You should have a smoke detector in every bedroom of your house. Now, if you have a 2-story home, you need one on each level. If you have a basement, you should have one in the basement as well. Now, these can be installed either on the ceiling or on the wall. In my home, I've got a combination carbon monoxide and smoke detector. Now, this is hardwired into the ceiling here. So if the power goes out, I still have a battery backup, which is located right here. Now, if you're afraid of heights, like I am, you may not want to use a ladder. You may want to get somebody to do this for you. Now, as you know, smoke rises. In the instance that you have a fire, you want to make sure that you have proper placement on your smoke detectors. I told you before that you can install these on the ceiling, but if you choose to install it on a wall, they should be mounted 10 to 12 inches from the ceiling. So all you need to do is take a tape measure, measure down 10 to 12 inches, and that's where you can place your smoke detector. So we've been talking about smoke detectors in this series. And let me be honest with you, these will not do you a bit of good if you don't replace the batteries in them, okay? All these take are just a 9-volt Duracell battery, and the best way to change these is to do it during the time change. During the fall time change and during the spring time change is the best time to replace your batteries on these smoke detectors. Most of them operate very simple. You just put it in like this, push it down, you're good to go. Now, you can write a date, you can keep a log, you can put it on your Google Calendar or something like that, just to remind you that about every 6 months, some people say a year, it's a good idea to not only change the batteries, but to do routine testing on your smoke detectors as well. So to test your smoke detectors, all you got to do is on every single one of them, there's a button that you push. You push that in, the alarm will sound for about 5 or 6 seconds, and then you release it. and that just ensures that they are working properly. All right, so in talking about smoke detectors, it's only appropriate to discuss fire extinguishers as well. Everyone in the house should know exactly where the fire extinguishers are located. We like to put one in our kitchen, under the kitchen sink, and my kids know exactly where those are located in the event that there's a fire. It's easily accessible. Most fires are in the kitchen, and that is a good place to keep one, under the kitchen sink. Not only the kitchen sink, but we also have a fire extinguisher on each level of our home. We have one upstairs in the kids' bathroom, as well as the basement. If you have a garage, it's important to keep a fire extinguisher in the garage as well. Wrapping things up, I just once again want to thank you. I appreciate you guys tuning into this. But more importantly, I want your family to be safe. I want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to protect your family. I hope you've taken away something from this. Number one, make sure you have smoke detectors in your house. Number two, check the batteries on your smoke detectors. And number three, set up a routine maintenance schedule to make sure that they are working properly.
Watch for more Tony's tips on tonystillwell.biz and follow Tony Stillwell on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.